Wachiperi community, and they live in southeast Peru, north of the Cusco, the capital city of, or the Inca capital of Cusco. Many are familiar with that area.
Yeah.
But they're in the Amazon, so they're in the Amazon foothills. And they're a group, I've worked with them for about 5 years. I'm an ethnomusicologist. We've worked on their music together, reviving some of their songs. And they're a group that is fairly, I wouldn't say fairly, drastically reduced in numbers due to outside influences, miners and disease and the rubber boom and loggers and people moving in. And so the territory's been reduced, the numbers have dropped dramatically. There's probably about 80 to 100 in their cultural group, and maybe 30 to 40 that speak the language, which is Wachiperi, also the same as the group name, Wachiperi. So we're very honored. We're very lucky to have them here joining us at the festival. We'll be talking about fishing traditions at 3 o'clock over here, and having an archery demonstration, bow and arrow, I think at 3:30. I need to check my schedule, over in La Plaza, and a healing ceremony at 5 o'clock. Yes.
The land is of bamboo. Is what they're doing also bamboo strips or different material?
It's not bamboo. This you're talking about?
Yes.
It's not bamboo. It's a vine called tamiche, and this is it. Right? And so she stripped the bark, right? And then this is dried out to make the bag.
She's just putting in another spoke so that she has an uneven number. She started out with an even number. She had 8, 2 and 2 this way, and then 2 and 2 that way. So she had 8 over-unders. But if you keep doing it, you keep going over the same path each time.
Yeah.
So now in order to leave it, she put in an extra spoke so that she has an odd number.
Oh, and why do you need an odd?
Because then you're going opposite to the way that you wove the previous time.
Oh, okay.
So that if she went over the last time,
Yes.
she needs to go under this time
Yes.
for the weave to work. If you look at the bottom of it, you can see that it's over-under for those 8 from like 1, 2, 3 times. Then she's put in an extra one, so now she'll be opposite to the one that she was before.
You can have a look at this. Look at the bottom here, which is what she's making. It's a seed, and they call it, how would we say it? It's like cow's eye would be the translation in English. All of these seeds over here are used for their necklaces that they're wearing.
Piccolo's hamburger, but we live in South Florida, and they wash up on the shore.
Which one? The black one?
The black one with the lime, we call them hamburger beans because they wash up over.
Right, the basket's got colored reed.
Yeah.
So is that just writ, or
no,
is that...
they use
Do they using natural...
Here, there's that sheets there. This is what they use. The huito.
Huito is purple.
Achote. Palillo, which we know is turmeric. This is the huito right here.
Oh my. Which is purple.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No? No es esto?
Shamba.
Oh, eso es shamba. Okay, this is a plant. This is from a leaf, and that's shamba.
It's purple.
And then gets the purple.
It's the purple.
Gracias por traer tu equipaje.
Take a picture.
This is Wairuro acá, ¿no?
How long have you been doing this?
My wife.
She said she learned when she was a little girl. She sat next to her mother and grandmother, and they taught her.
Mi esposa se peló. What are all the different things here used for?
They're all used for necklaces. Which is in the ficus family, and they've described it. First, they have to peel off the tree bark, which is a lot of hard work, and then they're basically pulverizing. They say it takes 2 or 3 days of pounding, pulverizing with its own milk sap. They don't add water, they don't add anything. It's just they get it through the pounding process into this cloth. They say it's very acidic. It can cut their hands. It can cause their hands to bleed. Yeah, actually, you can see that they have They have some seams here. So they might get a big, like those over there. They might get a big long section of it, and then they let it dry, and then they can cut it and sew it. It's amazing.
Okay. She's not soaking any of this. Is this all green in that it's fresh enough that you can weave with it? Because if you tried to do this with regular reed, it would just crack.
Right.
It feels very pliable.
Dice que cuando está en este proceso no lo tienes que poner en agua, o sea, y no se rompe. ¿Por qué no se rompe? Está preguntando.
Porque es flexible, sino que esto es muy grueso, por eso voy a raspar más delgado, porque para empezar debe ser delgadito, sino que está grueso y quiere romperse, pero esto no se rompe.
No se rompe.
Bueno, en algunos casos sí se rompe.
Yeah, he said sometimes it breaks, but really it doesn't. It's very pliable and it doesn't break. And maybe that's the difference between reed and vine.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know, but
the reed that we use here in this country that we buy by the pound comes from Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
So it's been dry a long time. You know, it comes in over in cargo ships. By the time we get it, it's been sitting dry for. You've got to soak it.
The clothing is bark, is tree bark. It's from a tree that's in the ficus family, so it's very fibrous. Oh, okay. Yeah. And I would be curious, where's that group from? Do you remember which group you saw? Yeah, I mean, I would be curious to see if it's the same tree. It probably isn't, but since we're different regions.
I remember the native name.
Okay.
¿Cuál es el nombre del árbol donde sacan esa corteza? El nombre era diferente. So it was a different name. It was maybe just regional, different tribes. He did say different group of people.
I need to see.
Tobacco is used for heal. So said he was a healer, and he's a renowned healer. So this is used externally around the body, along with healing songs, and smoked around the body, not internally. This is called matica, and this is used for coughs or bronchitis, upper respiratory. And this is used as a poultice or a tea.
This is not for smoke.
Not exactly. It's for healing, for ritual ceremony. This is called Santa Maria, and this is used for swelling due to injury. And it can be used as a poultice or a tea. He said that it could also be used for a fracture. That just, depending on the severity of the injury, that determines the quantity and the amount of time that it's used. But usually, if it's used as a poultice, it's kept on the skin for a couple days. And then this is called mancapaki, and this is for stomach inflammation, and it's used as a tea. This, he hasn't been back, so I still don't remember the name, but it's for snake bites.
That's what I was going to ask you for snake bites.
Yes, this is for snake bites.
So I was reading that was kind of one of the aids that the Peruvian government could give.
And she recorded with the Wachiperi in the early 60s. She had some reel-to-reel tapes that she gave to me to digitize and return them to the community. At that point in time, they were no longer singing their songs because of an evangelical mission that was in their area that prohibited the drinking of masato, which is their fermented yucca beer, and with the drinking goes all of this socialization and singing, right? And so in some of our sessions together of listening to these magnificent archives that Patricia Lyon left for the community, many of the younger people became aware of how musical the culture used to be. And one person was instrumental in particular, and that was Manuel, who was Nellie's grandfather. And we worked with him a lot, and he recorded on these original recordings with Pat Lyon back in the 1960s. And so he worked with us to remember the songs, to remember some of the songs, to understand the context. When did they sing the songs? Because that was long, and that was like 60 years ago that they did that. So he was instrumental. And for me to see Nellie going from hearing that first song on the recording with her grandfather and learning that song and singing it here today has been a magnificent trajectory and a magnificent journey. And I think, and I'm just saying this for me, that what the platform of the Smithsonian has given us in the festival has been a platform of getting together with the elders in preparation to come here and remembering everything. And they're so, the Wachiperi people are so strong, as you can see, and so resistant and so resilient, and in every way they can, they're passing on their stories, their songs, their hunting and fishing practices, and at least they're talking about it to the younger generation. And so I think you've had the wonderful gift of meeting with them here today, and some of you have been at our tent. And I just also want to say thank you to Minse Tour from Peru, the Ministry of Foreign Commerce and Tourism, and also the Smithsonian Institution that made it possible for us to have this experience and to be here with you today. And so thank you very much.